Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, today we are here for yet another program on building your robots. We would rather call it IoT and robotics. So let's see what it is all about. Before getting into the session, we would like to give you a brief introduction about what this Self-Help for Youth is. We welcome you on board for Self-Help for Youth sessions, which is a 7-week program. We all know that the world over, a lot of youth has so much of importance for their development, for their career building and other things. In order to benefit and empower, we have launched an online platform to connect, to learn, to grow and contribute back to the society. And we have created a synergy to empower these youths by pulling together so that there are areas in which you can develop. Self-help for youth mainly focuses on 3 big categories of study. One is Islamic knowledge, the second one is personality skills, and the third one is employability and entrepreneurship skills. We live in an era of technological era. In these 7 weeks, with a week already passed away, we have 6 weeks from now. This is the second session running. This series is aimed at bringing technology awareness among students and professionals to cope up with the latest trending technology. There are a lot of areas under which we will have to learn about technology. We have already covered certain areas, Python and data science and its trending technology. Now today we will look into IoT and robotics. We'll also have a discussion on social media productivity, artificial intelligence, certain tools for management, virtual office management and visual communication. There are a lot of things under these areas which you will learn in the coming days. Every Saturday at 7 inshallah. And one more thing that we would like to inform you is every week we have quizzes that run in our program. And we also want to ensure that what we be at the end of the session, be part of the quiz program and take up all the answers of winning these quizzes for every week. Every week we give away about 10,000 rupees of prize. So for 7 weeks, if you are going to win continuously, you end up in winning worth of rupees 70,000 of prizes. Today, the first prize winner would get, there will be 2 winners who will get 2 pieces of branded Bluetooth speakers. And the second prize winners will have branded light bags. Again, there are two pieces to be won. And for the third prize, there are 4 pieces to be won. And the 5th prize, fourth prize, there are 5 pieces of 16. Now coming to the sponsors who help us do all these events for these 7 weeks, there are 2 people. One of them, the an ultimate provider in the cruise industry with its 33 years of expertise. We all know in India, every place you go, you definitely happen to see a courier counter. Exclusive and largest network in the courier and industry. The Professional Couriers provide comprehensive solutions to the customers. And we also know that the company operates primarily within India and also serves to international customers. You can place your orders through Professional Couriers. One other sister company of Professional Couriers is Package source, and it's a protected by the pollution-free and greenish environment. Repute has its own trained workers and a fleet of vehicles to carry out the distribution process in time. The production is matched. We all know it's ahead of the quality that we can speak of. Repute water purification process involves 8 stages, which ensures effect of pure and natural drinking water. When it comes to our technology partners, we have ITET expert training and also have IT expert academy. They are one-stop online hub for learning trending technologies, and trainers with 10 plus years of industry expertise are there in this platform. They focus especially on career-oriented courses, and the fees for these high-end training courses are very nominal. Our associate partner, we have with us. It is an organization of Muslim Educational Institution and Association of Tamil Nadu, resolved to play a meaningful role in extending financial assistance to deserving poor candidates. You've heard a lot about other things like providing coaching for all examination, train admission procedures, national institutes like IIT, NIT, and other institutions. They also provide for civil services like IAS and IPS. We have one other partner who is helping us with the media, that is Global Tamil Muslims Media. It connects us with many people across the globe, and this company is from US. The intention behind this new initiative is to connect every community of the Muslims across the globe, bring their local talents, showcase them, empower women, guide them, groom them, and our next generation in education, civil engagement, and social service fields and beyond. We can discuss all kinds of topics as it's halal in Islamic perspective, and topics related to religion, culture, politics, food, social justice, challenges, opportunities that our community face across the globe. All these points are to this through the global media, and a lot of people watching. We have DTM, which is our global business development and market agency. They help us to improve marketing efficiency, and you be a part of customers. Today we have with us a very prominent trainer. He is Mohamed Ilyas KM. He is the founder and CEO of Hanson's Technology Services. He has masters in mechatronic engineering with over 10 years of experience in technologies like IoT, 3D printing, artificial intelligence, and learning. He has conducted over 200 works across Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. He is in for hackathon and competitions held at India. He does research and develop in industry domain and helps in hotel automation. We welcome you, brother. We would want you to take up the session and go ahead. Over to you, brother.
Hope I can start now. Just to make sure, guys, are you hearing me properly? This is Mohamed Ilyas. I'm the session speaker. Let me know if you can hear me properly.
Yes, Ilyas, but your voice is very clear. Please go ahead.
Okay. So let me thank Brother Niza for giving me those introduction. let me share my screen and then let me know whether you can see it properly. Can you guys see my screen now? My PowerPoint presentation showing us IoT and robotics. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So let me make it quick. I'm Mohamed Ilyas. For those who don't know about me, I have a startup called Alson's Technology Services LLP. So basically, I'm a mechatronics engineer. I completed my master's in 2015, basically, but I was working before that, and then I did my master's. I have experience in training people on recent technologies, like more than 8 years. Okay, but including my period when I was working and studying, it will be like 10 years. So that's it about me for in short. Let me not go into that deeply. We'll start with the webinar session. These are the contents. Let me open the slideshow. Hope you can see the slideshow. And if you can't see it, let me know. I'll just check the chat box here and now. Okay, low voice, one second. I hope you can hear me properly now. Yeah, so these are the topics we'll be covering today. So we'll see about robotics, how the robots rose to the importance we have today, and then robotics job opportunities. We'll see a little bit about it. We're not going to dive deep into that mostly. We'll see about rise of robots mostly in this session. Then IoT, and finally we'll end up with job opportunities in IoT and how we can proceed further. Okay, so we'll start now. So what is the robot basically? A robot is basically, you can't define a robot basically in a single term, because robot means different things to different people. Okay, people may call even a remote car as a robot. Okay, people may call even a fan as a robot. So something which is automated, which does things automatically without human intervention or with partial human intervention, we can call it as robot. But basically the idea came, even before 80s. The word robot came even in the 18th century. Okay, when the a Sikh writer, he was using the word, which means forced labor. There were comics and all that, even novels which were depicting robots, but the creation of robots was not there until then. So when the robot was actually started into building robots, we can say it started when the time Renaissance time was born. Renaissance, you must have known the term Renaissance already. That's around 15th to 16th century, when we had this industrial revolution, when actually people moved into modern history. So that's what Renaissance means. Okay, so basically that was when time was born, people say, because the people say time was born then because of these mechanical clocks. You see here, mechanical clocks were prominent during the time. People were involved in creating mechanical clocks, and there are beautiful creations of those mechanical clocks. Even now we can see them in in European countries especially. Okay, huge magnificent clocks you can see now in buildings, and even you can see art craft, the how watchmen or watch mechanics, how they put their effort in creating beautiful or even magnificent clocks. So these clocks actually they are automatic, right? They were automatic. So these were the first things which gave rise to robots, which some robots are something which does things automatically. So mechanical clocks, they were the ones which gave rise to the idea. Now these watch mechanics, during the time, what they used to do was they used to create something called automatons. uh, Automatons, we can call them as predecessors to robotics. They used to create automatons like this. Automatons are something like small toys or even sculpture which work with small mechanism. They will use gears and all that. just like how they use in mechanical clocks, and something will be automated, like tilting your head. Okay, you can see on the right side there's an arrow and bow. Okay, this automaton used to just pull it and put it back, and there is a keyboard playing automaton on the left side, you can see there. So these automatons were prime during the time of Renaissance, during the 15th, 16th century. These watch mechanics, they used to show their talent by creating these automatons. That's how it all started basically. The idea of robot, idea of having some automated machine started that way. And this guy Jacques, he's a French inventor, he's an artist too. So he created 3 automatons, installed it publicly. Okay, what they have, it is basically there are three of them. One was a flute player. So this flute player on the left side you see here, it used to like blow air automatically. It's not like creating music, it's like it basically blew air out of the flute and it used to play. On the right side what you see is a drum player there. Okay, all these automations created using gears and all those mechanisms. There's no electricity, there is no programming, there's nothing of that sort. All related to watch mechanisms. Okay, and the center one you see that actually it created more attention. The duck you see there, it's called actually defecating duck. What you see here now, this duck, the created by the same artist, what he did was this duck used to whatever you put it inside the mouth, it used to defecate out, it used to put it out. So these things it created I mean, okay, voice is clear, yeah, good. So these things, they created interest among people to have something automated. But then it all ended up only as automatons, just like toys. Until 18th century end or even 19th century beginning, people only created automaton like this, small toys and all that. The actual robot, the creation robot started in 1920s, 1930s. Okay, and the first one, see what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a series of robots. Okay, I'm not going to explain them deeply. I'm going to show you a series of robots, and finally we'll put everything together and see how the robots have risen up. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. So we'll see from the very basic robot what was created, the first robot, until some of the robots we have now. Okay, more advanced robots. So we'll see how the path has been reached, how it has reached until now from the beginning. That's what I'm going to show you now. We'll see about 10 plus robots now. So first thing I want to show you is, okay, this is another automaton. This is an automaton created by Leonardo da Vinci. It's not a robot, it's basically an automaton with gears and all that, created by Leonardo da Vinci. Now even now they use Leonardo da Vinci's notes now. Because he is not just a painter, he is even a scientist. He has created so many other stuffs. People use even now his notes and create stuffs. Okay, fine. Now coming to the first robot. Now this Eric British robot, which was created in 1928, this can be called as the first robot which can act automatically. It can actually stand, sit, and deliver speech. It has a speaker inside. Okay, it was it has motors in its legs and arms. It can basically stand and sit, but not walk. Okay, only stand and sit. So this is considered to be the first actual robot, even though there are some predecessors. People go on to take this robot as the first one. Okay, what you see on the left side is actually the recent version of it. Okay, the actual Eric is it has disappeared. Okay, it's not there. It was taken on a tour and somehow it was lost. Now what you see on the left side is what is there in the museum now. Okay, it was a replica. So this was called as the first robot. Okay, someone raised the hand. Okay, everything is clear. I'll go on. Okay, so this is the first robot. So you just make note of what the robots can do as and when I show you different robot. So this robot can actually stand, sit, and deliver a simple speech. They say it can deliver up to 700 words. This robot, Eric, can deliver some. They are already stored in magnetic discs inside them. Okay, they have magnetic those times. So drums, they are called magnetic drums. So they'll be stored. They have these voice nodes and everything inside. Basically, they will play them automatically when something gets triggered. what you see, what you will have inside is some relays and all that inside. So those relays will trigger that. There's no programming in this. There's no programming. Programming is not at evolved. Is more of a mechanical plus electrical stuff. Okay. Next thing, this one ELEKTRO, doing the same time in around another 10 years. Now this got very popular. Now this was created by Westinghouse Electric Corporation in US. What they did, they were actually creating batteries and all that. They were basically electric based company. They want to show their power. Okay, they want to increase the brand value. So what they did, they created the first electric robot. Okay, which can be powered, like with a battery kind of a thing. So what they did, they installed a voice control stuff. There's no programming again here. There's no programming here. Basically, these voice notes, they used to use a mic with them. Now, the guy you see on the left side, okay, there's a very good video. You can go check it out. You can just put the name of the robot and you'll see it. Be after the session. So this guy, he used to, like speak to the robot using a mic. Now that robot will respond, okay, back with predefined responses. Those responses will be already there inside. It will say it back again. So basically it can slightly walk, talk. They say it can even it was said this robot can even walk up to 60 kilometers in a single stretch, but it was very slow, but it was able to walk up to 60 kilometers, okay, very slowly. So basically this is another primitive robot which created more attention among people. People never believed actually those times. They never believed this, there is something automatic happening here. What they thought during those times was they used to think like some man was inside the robot and he was talking behind it. But actually what happened was this is real. It was even proven. This robot was taken all around US. It was taken on a tour just like the previous robot, all around US. The guy who took the robot for the tour is still there now. Fine. So the next robot I want to show you is this thing, TORTOISES. Now previously, now those two, the other two robots we saw before, they had nothing to do with sensors, right? Okay, they were basically mechanical stuff. There's nothing like sensing in there. Okay, they had microphones and all that, but nothing like sensor and all that. But then there is a guy who was a British neurophysiologist, as you can see here. So this guy, what he did, he wanted to know whether the sensors in human can be put in there in a machine. Okay, so he wanted to check those things. So he basically took the two more basic sensing things among all organisms. Even humans, as far as the evolution is concerned, even humans, they developed this light sensitive and touch sensitive things beginning, and then they improved other senses. So he wanted to know whether these sensors can be put in a machine and make it work. So he created this something called tortoise. He named it tortoise. So what this robot can do is it basically senses light. It moves in the direction of the light. So what happens is, you can see the photocell here. So what this photocell will do is basically it checks for the light, checks for the ambient light present. The robot moves in the direction of the light. It moves towards the light. That's it. It doesn't have any other purpose. So he wanted to know whether this senses can be put inside a machine, and he was successful in do that. And this machine, this tortoise, it paved the way for many sensor-based robots we have till now. Okay, so this is very important in the history of robots because sensors and robots are very important now. Most of you might be knowing this sensor-based robot initially paved the way for it. Okay, the next thing, okay, UNIMATE. Now this is the first industrial robot, and this is when Japan, entered into the race. When we speak about robot, most of you know Japan is on top, okay, along with the US and Germany and all that. Now Japan entered into robotic things straight away into industrial stuff, and that's why even now they are on top. So this was the first industrial robot created, developed and designed by Kawasaki, and it was in 1961. So what this robot can basically do was it can actually just move its arm front and back. People used to use this robot for welding purposes. What those times what they used to do was they used to use this robot for welding purposes, for even placing and picking up objects. So that was how industrial robotics started. There is no industrial robot before this. People have been creating robots for fun purposes, for fancy stuffs, for recreating human kind of thing. But actual use of a robot was put when this robot was designed by Kawasaki, and even now Kawasaki can stop along with other companies. So that's how. So this we can see here. This this robot have a memory. You can see there's no programming, but there are memories inside. They're hard coded using other technologies. Before programming, the other technologies to put hard coded program inside the robotic things. So they used to have this drum kind of a thing where the robot will be pre-programmed, okay, in a specific way. Okay, so they used to be inside this big box you see here. Now the next thing is, okay, Shaky the robot. Now Shaky the robot, now this is very important again. In the we saw before how tortoises are used for sensors. Now this robot basically paid for other reasoning abilities in the robot. This robot actually had we can say artificial intelligence. It was able to identify blocks, 3D objects. Before this a robot couldn't see. No robot was able to see before this. But what these people do in 1966, they did this, they installed a camera, so they were able to use basic computer vision and NLP things. Okay, NLPs now, they were able to use basic computer vision techniques to detect objects. You can see here on the right side picture, you can see some blocks here, square, now triangle blocks and all that. So this robot was able to detect those 3D objects and was able to avoid it. So this was the first time a robot was able to sense its environment. You keep that word in mind. Robot sensing its environment happened only now. Before this, robot was just doing some steps. It was not sensing, basically it was not looking around. But this robot was able to look around and sense its environment and understand its environment. So this was when started, and this paved the way for even now this computer vision techniques we have now, NLP, everything is based on this now. And there is also a developed version of Shaky now available. You may go and check it out. And the next robot, okay, WABOT on Waseda University. Now this is again a Japan-based company, Waseda University. So before this, you saw human-like robot, but none of the robots before this actually replicated human action. You saw before this, none of them actually replicate human action. There were human-like robots, but they were just sitting and standing. There's no walking involved and all that. But this robot was the first one to replicate human action. It was trying to walk, basically. It's a biped. Okay, it's basically a biped. So it's trying to walk. So this was when robots' attention on replicating human action started. Before this, there's no interest on that. This Japan University Waseda, they started to replicate human actions. Even after this, they created another robot called let me show this one, WABOT II. Even this robot, what it does is able to play piano. Okay, so it was keyboard. So basically it replicated human fingering. You can see fingers there, right? So what they did, this robot is not able to walk. It was actually stationary. Okay, this can't move. What they did was they were trying to duplicate or replicate human actions of the finger, of the hand. So it was able to play music, basically. So what at this time the intentions of creating a robot drove this way. Why shouldn't we create a robot for multiple applications? Why don't we create a robot only for a specific application? Why don't we create a robot only for doing only one step? That is how people started thinking at this time. Okay, you see here the word a specialist robot. Specialist robot means he is intended to do only one step. So the thoughts of making robot at this time was like this: let's make robots to do specific tasks. So this was how started here. And before this, I missed another slide. This is IRB 6. We saw the industrial robot before this, right? UNIMATE. So UNIMATE was actually one motion robot. It was able to go front and back. Okay, it was not able to rotate like in multiple axes. But then ABB entered into the what is ABB, right? ABB Robots. You must be knowing all them already. They are top robotics company. So they entered into the race and they created this robot which can actually move in multiple axes, almost like 5 axes. Okay, so basic and current industrial robots, what you see in car manufacturing stuff, or big industries where the robots happen to be working so fast and in collaborated together, this paved the way. You can even now we can see every robot is looking the same way like this. Okay, they may have multiple axes, they have more degrees of freedom in they can move in a way more freely than this, but every robot has the same even the color they made in the same. You can see even now they made in the same color as so this paved the way for all the automated related robots we have now. All automotive industries, all car companies, you can go and see, you'll see these kind of robots there. So this is the first one, and that's in 1974. And the next thing, we saw this. Okay, here. So we saw the about WABOT 1, right, where the robot was trying to actually walk. I told you that was the first biped robot. Now, the problem with that was it was able to move front and back, but not in a stable way, not exactly like humans. Humans have they have this pelvis and all that. You have pelvis before the legs. So basically we take one leg up. Okay, we keep the other leg down, we move the hip and then take the other leg. Basically the walking involves more actions. So these people at the same university, they are actually trying to study human anatomy. Okay, they actually sent to human anatomy and they brought every anatomy point into the robot here. They're trying to do that. And you must be knowing ASIMO and all that, right? ASIMO is a very famous robot. Most of the when you just Google for a robot, you will get ASIMO's pictures first. So ASIMO was actually inspired from this, because ASIMO's main target in the beginning was to actually walk like human. They were actually wanted to create a robot which walks like humans. So this was inspiring ASIMO, and 20 years after this they created it, almost 15 years back. Okay, now after this, okay, next is ASIMO. It's there already. Okay, so ASIMO, it came around 2000. Actually the work started 20 years back. Even in 1980s, Honda was working on robotics from 1980s. But until 2000 they were like silent. Okay, they released a few robots out, but still they were not prominent. They didn't reach people much. But in 2000 they released ASIMO, and you know how it went viral. ASIMO is the first, actually, to be frank, when someone says robot, people's mind will come to ASIMO first. Even now ASIMO is the reason why I have given here like 2000 to till present is ASIMO is being developed. Even now the brand is there. Usually what people do is when they create a robot they try to sell, right? But ASIMO is a product, it's a brand basically created only for research. I don't think you can sell ASIMO anywhere. You can see ASIMO only on research related projects. So ASIMO is a robot dedicated to projects, research and all that. Fine. And the next thing, okay, Boston Dynamics. Now this is where things get really interesting in the sense really quirky. So what happens here is after 2000, Google thought of now getting into robotics. Google was already getting prominent at the time after 2000. So Google wanted to get into robotics, uh, but it was not starting a new company. It was not starting anything on its own name. There was already a company called Boston Dynamics, and Google acquired it. So after acquiring, they made all these things. What you see here, they're still now they're trying to actually create strong robots which have good strength, robots which can actually do what humans do and do what humans can't do, from running to entering into different environments, walking in snow, walking in mountains. So all these are characters of humans which was not there before in the robot. But here robots try to actually, yes, Boston Dynamics, they made robot dog, exactly. So basically they are trying to replicate all, not just humans, all other animals too. You can see dogs there, you can see they're trying to make something like a wolf, spiders and all that. So basically they are trying to make robots more stronger, and more, they want to put the robots in a hard environment, harsh environment. Harsh environment. You can, if you see ASIMO can, I don't think it can work on harsh environment. It is like a soft robot. But Boston Dynamics, their aim was to put robots on harsh environment and make it useful. And these are some of the robots. I'll just show a few. Okay, see, these are some famous robots. Okay, Spot Mini, Spot, Atlas, and Handle. All these are different things. Now, what you see here on the right side, Handle is basically, it's fast as well as, it can jump higher. Not any human can jump that high. It can jump higher. It has good springs and all that. Go check the videos. They're really awesome. And Atlas here, Atlas is basically a robot created to take punches from humans. Basically, now what they did was they created Atlas, and they were checking actually how the robot is able to manage from falling down. So they tested all the robots using Atlas. So what they did, they used to punch it, they used to push it down, they used to put bananas underneath and make it fall down. So they were trying all those things to make the robot stable with Atlas. And after they found they figured out how they do it, they applied to other robots too. See here, you see here, they used to like even see it's doing karate here. Okay, it's jumping, it's running, it's avoiding a log here. It even it's kicked someone. I don't know where it's kicking. Fine. So basically, they are trying to put Boston Dynamics' aim was to put robots in harsh environments. So that started from 2000. Basically, you can see here. Let me show you. Okay, see here. The work started in 2015, and even now it's going on. Spot Mini came in 2018, but the work is still on. There are few other robots which still creating I mean they're getting attention now. After 2018 there are other robots being created. You can just Google for Boston Dynamics and check their latest YouTube videos. This Sandfly is really awesome. And this thing here, Rex is Rex. You see here the Rex thing. Actually, this design was this design was from Indian. Okay, he made this design. It was really, this is one of the most efficient designs. It was able to move more freely with this design, and it was made by, I think, IIT Madras. I'm not sure, but it's definitely, I think, Indian design. The next thing I want to show you is iCup. Now before this, robots are actually, they were actually told to do something. Okay, they were programmed explicitly. Machine learning came into prominence like 10 years back, right? We hear machine learning more in most of the places now. So when it started in around 2010, what people thought, especially these iCup people, what they thought, why don't we put the learning capabilities of humans into a robot? Okay, not just tell robot what to do. It's basically like teaching a robot to learn like human. Okay, so what they did, they actually programmed it in a way like how it can learn like a baby. So basically what they used to do is, how they used to train this iCup thing is, they used to show this has a vision. So they used to show a ball and say it's a ball, and it memorizes it. Okay, and the next time when someone shows it, it identifies, okay, it's a ball. And not just that, you see its hands there. The hands of iCup has sensors. It can actually feel. Okay, they have sensors. This iCup has sensor in it. It can actually feel. Okay, it identifies even by feeling, like how a baby does. Even babies, they interact with the physical world by using the hands. They're using their body to legs. Okay, so just like that, they made this robot to interact with the physical world using as much sensors as possible. They put sensors in the hand, legs, even body, and vision. So this robot was actually built, I mean, developed like a baby. Even they used to teach only one word at a time. I don't know how what's the position now. I don't know what's the how it has learned until now, but it's still on development. So they're trying to they're going to raise up this robot just like raising up a human body, human being. And this one, Kurobo, this is really interesting. Kurobo is actually developed by Toyota along with other companies. So what they thought, this Japan is, they have special connection with robots. Usually, when you speak about robots, there was fear among US people. The reason why, even though there was good improvements in robotic inventions in US, in 1980s and 2000s, the inventions were not more. Japan was actually developing more, but the inventions in US was not more. One of the reasons why the inventions in US and other countries stopped is people started to fear robots, because those times the movies were like, you must have seen Terminator, the movies you must have seen. So people were actually started to look at robots like enemies. So inventions actually stopped that time. But Japanese people, they believe even now what they believe human soul can be put inside a robot. They believe it. They basically believe every object have some sort of soul. So they have good connection. They have what emotional connection with the robots. So this robot was basically made on that intention. They wanted to make sure the astronauts on the space station, on the rockets and all that, they don't want them to feel alone, okay, feel lonely. So they made this Japanese robot. They made this robot which can actually interact with them, in a very nice way. It can they want it to be companion, okay, companion to the space astronauts. They even taught it the space related commands, like different instructions on how to operate satellites and all that. And so this is basically the robots in Japanese space astronauts. They have this with them now. They basically spend years with them. It used to float along with them on the space, and they used to communicate with it. They take selfies and all that. There are so many videos available for that. So go check it out. This is really a good one. You should check out. And this is a very common one. I mean, a very famous one. SOPHIA. So this robot is considered to be the first social robot. Social robot in the sense it was able to interact with people with more of intelligence compared to the previous robots. This robot has considered to be have more intelligence. So artificial intelligence, okay, was given prime importance, not for the movement and all that. You can see the robot had not much movement, but basically it's all about thinking. It's all about how to get information and communicate with people. That's why it's called a social robot. So basically the aim is to make this robot communicate like any other human. Okay, if someone comes and speaks to it, okay, it should be able to answer in a way any human will answer. So that's what they wanted to do, and they created this, and it was okay. It was good success. It traveled around the world. It even got citizenship in a country, and it even came to India. Okay, so all this happened with the SOPHIA. Now, after SOPHIA, there was another. Okay, let me show you this. Valkyrie, NASA. Now, all these time, we have been seeing robots, how the robots can be used to be used in this world, right? This world. But NASA went ahead. Okay, they wanted to create a robot which actually can help humans in Mars or in Moon in harsh environments. So they have created Valkyrie. It's still under development. It's not yet released. They want to send this Valkyrie robot to Mars basically. So in Mars, they're planning to build all these homes, right? They want to build home in Mars and all that. So basically, what they want to do is they want to send this robot to Mars and help other robots to building the homes. So this is the one. This one, Erica. Now this Erica is similar to Sophie, but this is considered to be this is intended to be more like human in appearance way. Okay, you can see Sophia had this, all mechanics in the head. Does not actually good at looking. So what this Japanese guy did, I don't remember his name. So he wanted to make a robot. It really looks beautiful. It really looks more human. So he created this robot called Erika, and this really same. It is same as like Sophia. Even recently, this robot has got a role in Hollywood movie. I don't know which movie we'll be seeing, or already I don't know if it has come to in a movie or not, but it has got a role in a movie now, Hollywood movie. Let's see whether we see this in a movie or not. And self-driving cars. See, people don't consider cars as robots, right? But even now, when we start robotics learning, we make simple cars with wheels and all that. Basically, cars are robots. Okay, especially now with all these self-driving cars, you should call them robots now. They take you to places. Okay, they help you when basically going anywhere. Even if you're sick, okay, they will help you. Take you to hospital automatically and all that. So this is another invention, especially Tesla. Tesla actually changed the way we look at cars. They are the pioneers now. You should get inspired by following, Elon Musk, Tesla mostly. Go look at his career. And this thing, robotic vacuum cleaners, even these are like robots. These are robots basically. The reason why I want to show cars and vacuum cleaners here is these things we don't consider them as robots. Vacuum cleaners are machines. Just that's what we call them. We call them as machines, but they have become robots now. Similarly, cars are like vehicles. We just call them as vehicles, but now the vehicles have become robots because they have other intelligence now. They can do more stuff than just driving. So even they come under the category of robotics now. So that is and this is the final one, space robots. So just like Valkyrie, these are robots being built by NASA and other space agencies. They help in exploring Mars and doing other stuff in space. Basically they do what humans can't do. Okay, because humans can't go to Mars and do stuff. So these robots can do that. They go to harsh environment, they take explore land and do all those stuffs. Now coming, okay, now summing up everything. Now there is, you must have seen almost like 15 plus robot now. You may not have everything in mind. So just to put everything into picture, see what happened from 1930s to what happened now. So basically in 1930s and 40s, robots are basically fancy creations, and people want to showcase the capability, so they made robots. There's no intention of using it. Okay, in 1930s and 40s, there's no intention of using robots. They just want to showcase the capability, show fancy things and all that. In 1960s and up to 80s, the initial robots were created. The Kawasaki thing, the ABB, you must have seen the initial robots. It came into prominence, but then even Japan was on top. Okay, USA was still on idle mode. 1920s to 2K, they wanted to work more on human-like activities like walking, biped stuff and all that thing. And industrial application was getting more important. There were more industrial robots being developed from 1990s above. Then after 2K, they wanted to create a robot for each and every human application. Human application in the sense, they started creating a robot like vacuum cleaners. Okay, for even for shopkeepers and all, they created a robot. Okay, they created automated, robotic gas in gas stations. They created a robot for just putting gas. Okay, so basically they want the target after 2000 was to create robot for each and every application. And what we can expect in the future is and it's already there. So we have started creating robot for what humans can't do, like uh, space robots. NASA created the robot, and even SpaceX is working on it. So this was the race. Within a span of like 100 years, the robots, they became more important. They are almost like a part of the community now. Basically, you know what, the people have started calling robots as another species. They are calling them as another species. It was estimated in 2018, there are about 9 million robots in the world. In 2018, I'm saying, okay, 2 years back, there are about 9 million robots. Now it might have gone up. The reason being the COVID situation, more industries are working, creating their own robots. They wanted to avoid human interaction. They wanted to make everything as automatic. So robotic invention is going to, like shoot up like anything after this COVID situation gets better. Now there is another perspective of the rise. I just wanted to show that too. Check this out. Check this out. So basically, in 1930s and 40s, they were basically fun and toys based. In 60s and 80s, robots are basically used as slaves to do some work. Okay, like industrial robots. Humans wanted to use robots as slaves. Okay, just like the word robot, which means forced labor. And in 1920s and UK, they wanted to make robots like humans. After 2000, they wanted to replace humans, and they wanted robots to become companions for humans. Now in the future, basically they're going to do what humans can't do. So will they become a boss is a question mark, right? Now the reason why I have this here is the fear is still there about robotics, whether just like how they show in the movies, whether the robots will take up the world and destroy humans and all that. People still fear all those steps, right? So it has to be very clearly understood. There is always a kill switch. Okay, humans will always be inshallah on top. They will control the robots. There'll always a kill switch. Robot, that's why we have all these ethical things coming up. Even this self-driving cars, even though they are let out and they are used widely, there are still ethical rules, things and other things coming up, and laws are being made on these robots now. So hopefully they won't take up the world. We'll still be in proper relation with robots. So that's it about robotics. So I think almost, excuse me. So almost like 50 minutes have gone, 40 minutes have gone. Let me come to the robotic jobs later. I'll just go to IoT stuff, finish it, and then I'll just show the job role stuff. Now coming to IoT. Now IoT means Internet of Things. Okay, basically you connect, just like what you see in the picture. You connect everything together on a single cloud or on a single point. So why we connect everything on a single point? Why should I connect? You can see here washing machine. You can see here my oven, your light, your car, your home, your mobile phone, your camera. So you can see on the picture everything got connected to a cloud. So the objective of Internet of Things is, excuse me. Okay, fine. So I'll finish this faster. Yeah. So the objective of connecting things on a common point is communication. Okay. So we want to communicate with each and every device. And okay, this is just the definition. Leave that part. I'll leave this history part too. I'll just straight away go into what we want to achieve with IoT. Okay, so I'll come to this part straight away. So you understand what IoT is, right? IoT is all about connecting things to a common point. Even if it is your chair, even if it is your specs, your watch, your mobile phone, your home. So whatever you can call as things, we connect everything to a common point. Why should we do that? Why should it, especially internet? We connect everything to internet. Why should we connect things to internet? I'll just give you a simple example I used to give to everyone. Basically, let's say that I have a speaker, I have a mic with me. Okay, what does a mic do? A mic basically gets everything from you and sends it to a speaker, right? Whatever you say, you hear it on the mic. That's what a mic does, and a speaker, shows. It says whatever you're saying. Now, let's say I say some bad words. I say some bad words on the mic. It will be heard on the speaker too, right? The speaker won't, or the mic won't block those words. If it is, let's say it's a bad word. Let's say I use some really bad word. Do you think the mic will block the word? It won't block the word. Its work is to get whatever you say and send it to speaker. Now let's say I want it to block the word. I want the mic to block the word. So how can I do that? So what I can do here is basically what I'll do is I'll put a chip on the mic. Okay, a chip in the sense something which can convert your speech to text. Whatever you say, it will be converted into text. Just like how you have your speech recognizers in your mobile phones. You say it's converted in text, right? Your voice recognizers. Similarly, I'll put in a chip, and I'll have a database. I will maintain database full of bad words. All the billion bad words in the world, I'll be maintaining a database, and I will connect this mic to this database through internet. Now what this mic can do now is, after you speak something, it'll convert the speech into text. It'll go check the database if this particular bad word, I mean if this word is there in the bad word database, so it can now decide, okay, whether to send this word to the speaker or not. You get the point. Now because of the internet, the mic was able to access the database, and it is able to decide whether to send the word to the speaker. It can do that by using internet and database. Now what you can call now is, basically what's happening now is the mic has started to think. Before this, before giving it internet accessibility, before giving it the database access, the mic was not deciding, the mic was not thinking, it was just sending whatever I was speaking, right? But after giving it the ability to now access the database and take decision, it is like thinking now. It is taking its own decision. It is thinking whether to send the word to speaker or not. So this is what we call intelligence, right? Decision making. We have given the ability to think and take decision. See, we have a database, we have internal connectivity. By combining both, we have given the mic the intelligence, artificial intelligence. We that's what we call now, right? Intelligence is all about taking decision and thinking. So we have given the mic the ability to think. Now before this, we were thinking about artificial intelligence only on robots. Really, when we speak about AI, always a robot comes into a picture. Isn't it? But IoT has changed this. It has changed it. It has given intelligence to each and everything we see. Even your chair can have intelligence. Even your specs can have intelligence. Your mouse, your shirt button can have intelligence. So everything can have intelligence with IoT. That's what IoT is all about. So how it is changing the world now? See, leave this back. I'll just leave this. Okay, see here. See this diagram. So basically, before IoT, when you speak of artificial intelligence, we were only thinking about this machines, robots. Now they used to have all this artificial intelligence. But after IoT came into prominence, everything around us had intelligence. Your clock, your fan, your mic, your washing machine, your oven. So everything has started to have intelligence with IoT. Now, so this is the transition. This is what has happened after IoT. IoT has been this now almost like 10 years. Okay, basically IoT came into picture around 2008. Within a span of 12 years, it has got more importance, more than anything. Basically, IoT is called as the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, so what's happening here? Before this, things doesn't talk to us, but with IoT, things are able to talk to us. Your mobile phone is talking to you. Your your speaker is talking to you. Google Home, Echo Dot, they're speakers, like basically, so they're talking to you. Your vehicles are talking to you. So basically, everything talks to us, and everything are talking to each other with the help of IoT. So basically, the transition is from robots having intelligence to anything and everything having intelligence. Okay, this is the best example. Your your mobile suggests you things. Your mobile knows where you are. Your mobile knows what you like, what you don't like, where you go, who you message, what you see. Even if your parents may not know what you see, but your mobile knows what you see and all that, even if you delete the history. So basically, your mobile knows everything. And your auto and taxi, see the second point, auto and taxi doesn't they come to you. You don't go to it. Previously, before IoT, before this Ola and everything, we used to go search for the auto, wait for some time. It's a pain. It was a pain. But with IoT, with everything connected to the internet, your mobile is connected to internet, your auto is connected to internet. Now your autos come to you, your taxis come to you. Similarly, it applies to foods, medicine, groceries. Everything comes to you. You don't go to them anymore. And self drinkers, we have seen it already. Now, self drinkers is a very good example of both robotics and IoT. See, robotics, because it's basically a machine which does things automatically. It is a good example of IoT thing because it is connected to internet and it has machine learning stuff. It has GPS stuff. It takes you to different places automatically. Without IoT, you can't have self-driving cars. Without internet, self-driving cars nothing. Now there is something happened with Tesla driving car. You must have known this already. Anyways, so what happened was there was a man who was driving it. He had a heart attack. He fell down on the seat. Now this car, it identified, okay, my driver has some problem. He has to be taken to the hospital. So what this car did, it automatically searched for the nearby hospital, took him there. The man was saved. So basically, your car was supposed to just drive. It was not supposed to help you. But after IoT and all this intelligence and all that, your car is helping you. It has become your companion, more like a companion. And now check this thing: your smartwatch. What is the what is the job of a watch? A watch is just to show you time, right? But what are the watches doing now? They don't show you time now. I mean, they show you time, but they even tells you what messages you have. They even help you to monitor your BP, your pulse rates, your temperature. They even tells you who's calling you. So your watch is doing something it was not doing before. Similarly, what you see on the right side is Google Glass. Your glasses just show you things clearly, but it show you even videos now. All this because of IoT. And this thing on the left side, smart mirror, your mirror is just to show you, isn't it? What is the work of a mirror? Your mirror just show you, in a proper way. But your mirrors are your schedulers now, timekeepers now. It shows you what schedules you have. It shows you the temperature. All the smart mirrors have those stuff now. And the last thing, this fridge. This is a very good example. The work of a fridge is to keep things cool, right? That's what the work of a fridge was. But after IoT and all these things, your fridge tells you what you lack, what you don't have. See, you have only one packet of milk left. It's better you order now. Or your eggs are out of stock, you better order now. So these things are being told by fridges now, refrigerators now. So basically, what happens here is, after IoT, one thing acts like many things. For example, your mirror, it doesn't act only as a mirror. It acts like a mirror as well as a weather reporter, as well as schedule keeper. So you see the transition now. What IoT has done in just the span of 10 days, 10 years, IoT has basically changed everything we see around us. You can make anything as intelligent around you. Whatever you name as things, you can make anything as intelligent, and they can be made to do just like what you must have seen this Transformers movie. Okay, there is a cube actually, which actually brings everything into life. The cube actually falls from somewhere, and it basically every machine comes to life right after the cube touches it. Similar to that, IoT it's actually bringing everything we see around us into life. It's giving intelligence to them, and everything around us is more like a fantasy now. So that is what is IoT doing with automation now. Automation before IoT was more like a very primitive one, but after IoT, all with intelligence and machine learning, everything, automation has gone to a very high level. Okay, so I think that's it for today. It's almost time. So coming to job opportunities, let me show you this. I just don't want to prolong. So this is it. This is the IoT value. IoT is value now. IoT's value by 2020 will be 14.4 trillion. This is very huge. This is very huge. You can see 2.5 trillion in employee productivity alone. Okay, and 3.7 trillion on customer experience alone. So you can see how much value IoT has. Okay, it is one of the greatest things we can see now. And these are some of the IoT job roles. it's creating more job roles. Most of the job roles are not there yet. IoT is creating job roles for the future. Maybe some of the jobs we have now will be lost and transformed to some IoT jobs. Even machine learning scientists comes under IoT thing. IoT can't work alone. It combines other technologies like machine learning, artificial intelligence, blockchain. So all these technologies work together. Okay. So these are the salaries of IoT engineer. It is even less. This was on 2019. Now it has gone up. So that's it about the session. I just rushed it fast. I hope you got it somehow. You must have got. I made things clear, I guess. Now, before leaving, let me tell you this. So for those who want to actually take up IoT courses with us, now this is your free coupon code. You'll be getting the first course of IoT path. It's a path basically. It has four. The path has four courses. 1 second. Okay. IoT means Internet of Things. Okay. I showed us in the first picture. So this is the first course. You'll be getting it for free if you use this code. And then, okay, this is for taking up the full path. I told you there are four courses in the path. We'll start with getting started with electronics, then getting started with embedded systems, then sensors and automation, and final IoT. All those four courses will be in a single path. You can avail it at 90% off using this path. You make note of it. For those who are attending it, make sure you make note of all these coupon codes and the path. And yeah, this is the one. See, robotics, we don't have a course yet, but we are preparing it, and we have a live robotics session in another 10 days. Most probably by month end, we'll be having a live robotic session. It basically 2-day robotic live session. So if you want to join the robotic session, join this group, WhatsApp group. We'll be updating everything about it soon. So basically what we want to do is we want to train people or show people how to make real robots. We'll start with the basic robots. We'll start with basic robotics kits and all that. But we want to make some show you how real robots. I'll show you the robot we're making. 1 second. Excuse me. Yeah. I hope you can see the screen now. I'll just show you the robots we made recently. Okay, excuse me. So this is a robot we made recently for taking up goods. Okay, this robot can basically, take goods up to 50 kgs. This can be used in warehouses, wherever you need the goods to be taken from one place to another place. We can use the robot. You can even use the robot to deliver medicines and all that. Even we are planning to use the robot in restaurants, in hotels, okay, in hospitals. We'll plan to use this robot in so many other places. So we are planning to have a course on this too. We'll be showing you how to make this robot. So if you want to know all this stuff, make sure you join this group. Okay, this one. Yeah, make sure you join this group, because you'll be getting continuous information on how we are proceeding after it. We want to train people, guide people on making real robots. So we are working on that. So be a part of it. So that's it from my side. And thanks everyone for being patient, listening to me. Saad?
Yeah, Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Are you there?
Yeah, okay. So what should I do now? That's it?
Yeah, we'll have a quiz right now, and afterwards we'll have a question answer session.
Okay.
Jazakallah khair, brother Ilyas, for your beautiful session. Alhamdulillah, I hope you must have gathered a lot of information about robotics and IoT.
Yeah.
Now, we would want the learners, the students, to be part of the session for another 20 minutes, because this is exam time now. We will have two things have to be done now. One is the quiz part, which brother Saad would take off from now. And then after the quiz, you will have a Q&A session. The Q&A session is where we will have our trainer, Brother Ilyas, to answer your valuable questions. So I will be there to help you. When you post your questions on the screen, the chat box that you have there, we will read it out so that the others can also hear and benefit out of it. And then Brother Ilyas will be able to help you with answers for it. We look forward to be there till the end of both these two sessions. The first quiz program through Kahoot, and then the Q&A session with Brother Ilyas. So over to you, Brother Saad.
Yes, just 1 second. I'll share the game pin. Meanwhile, everyone can visit kahoot.it, kahoot.it. I'll be sharing the game pin in a while. Okay, we'll have the junior for the school children first, and then we'll go for the college or the adult students. For the school students, the game pin is loading. This is for the school students, not for the college or the adult category. For the school students category, you can visit kahoot.it, and the game pin will be generated in a while. Just okay. The game pin is 9354176. 9354176. I hope you all are able to see my screen. Can you please comment in the box or start joining? Okay, good. 9354176. I'll give you a minute to join. $30 people. Any more? Is anyone else joining? We have 160 people on Zoom, and 30 people have joined here. Okay, I'll give another 30 seconds and we'll start the game. Okay, it's just 30 from school. Does anyone have any issues in joining? Please wait. Please wait. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, so people were having issues joining. Okay, we have a decent number now. This is for the school category, not for the adults under 18 years of age.
Another 15 seconds or so.
So we'll start 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to start. Okay, for the school category, the first question of the day is, The word robot is derived from this Czech word robota, meaning first option is machine, second intelligent being, third human partner, and fourth ghost driver. Be quick. We have last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. We have another 5 or 6 seconds to go. Come on. Okay, so the thing you have to understand here is answering the right answer or choosing the right option will not get you points. You will have to be right and in the shortest time. Okay, because depending on the time you have taken, you will get more points. Okay, so be quick in choosing the right option. Don't delay. If you delay, and even if you choose the right answer, your points will be less. Okay, so Joker. Joker is a wrong name. You will be disqualified, whoever it is. You have to use the name you have given in the registration. Bint Zafar, Sophia, Naz, and Yasmin. Okay, we'll go on. Question number 2. Robots are built to be quick and choose the right answer. Okay, if you take time, even if you choose the right answer, you will get less points. So be quick. Robots are built to reduce human effort, to do what human cannot do, to replace humans, for all of the above. We have 10 seconds left. Come on, another 10 people to answer. Be quick in answering. Okay, very good. All of the above. Moving on to the next. Okay. Bint Zafar has climbed up first position. Yasmin, Sophia, Afif, and Ayan. Okay, next. Which of these can be called a robot? First option is automatic vacuum cleaner, CNC machine, or a 3D printer machine. Come on. Be quick in answering. I'm repeating, you have to answer in the shortest amount of time. Going forward, I'll give you 15 seconds to answer. People have answered the right. I'm giving you 15 seconds only for the next questions. Okay. Bint Zafar is maintaining her position. Yasmin, Afif, Nazia, Fatima, and Fahad. T has the highest answer streak of 3. But T, your name is wrong. You have to use the name you've given in the registration. Just 15 seconds. Remember, IoT devices are artificially intelligent. True or false? Bint Zafar is still maintaining her position. Yasmin, Nazia, Fatima, Fahad, and Sophia. 11 players have reached answer streak 3. Okay, well done. Question number 5, true or false? IoT devices only use Wi-Fi as the data transfer medium. IoT devices only use Wi-Fi as the data transfer medium. True or false? It's a very easy question. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 50-50. A lot of you have got it wrong actually. Very few, I mean, Bint Zafar has lost its position. Nazia Fatima has climbed up. Fahad, Alia, Sophia, and Sanofer has come up again. Question number 6. Internet of Things deal with automation. True or false? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, Nazia Fatima is maintaining her position and Sanofa Pawin. Khalid is the highest climber with 13 places, mashallah. Question number 7. We can call car a kind of robot. True or false? 17. 5 seconds left. True. Okay. Fahad is the highest climber. Wow, Fahad, if you get few more right, very few difference with point difference with Nazia Fatima. Okay, well done. Question number 8. Is programming necessary for robots? True or false? Yes, not necessary, not needed. Okay. Okay, come on. Is programming necessary for robots? Come on, answer. Have you all lost connection or what? Can you come in the chat box? Oh, everyone has lost connection. Okay, you can rejoin, no problem. You can join with the game pin that's given here. 9354176. We'll skip this one question and we'll continue with 2 questions. Okay, let's see if any one of you has joined. Okay, so the same point. Second, which of these are used to collect data from IoT devices? Are you able to answer? Okay, very good. We'll skip one question. Question number 8 will be skipped. And 3 more seconds. Okay. Okay, good. We'll see this robot now. Nazia Fatima maintaining a position. Fahad Sanofer. Okay, Nabi is the highest climber. True or false? Last question. Robotics knowledge is necessary for making IoT devices. True or false? Five more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of you have got it wrong again. Okay, we'll start with the adult quiz. Adults, please visit kahoot.it and be ready. Sanofa Pavin, 3rd place. SOPHIA, 2nd place. MashaAllah. Nazia Fatima, very good. Students who have won first 8 rankers, please message me in the group with your email ID, rank, and category. Okay. We'll start with the adult quiz now. Just give me a second. I'll generate the game pin. Just a second. Okay, game pin is generating. Adults, please join now. Kahoot.it, www.kahoot.it. Game pin is reloading. The game pin is taking a little bit of time. Okay, I don't know why it's taking this much of time.
People are asking for the age limit for adults.
Adults, those who are not college students, those who are not school students, above 18. Anyone above 18 years of age. Why is it not loading? Just give me 1 second.
An announcement for the next quiz participants. Anybody who is above the age of 18, those who are not going to school, they can be part of this coming session. So we'll try getting it ready, and Brother Saad would give you access by getting the pin ready for you, inshallah. Please be online.
Okay, so the game pin is generated now 934,697. Okay, please be quick in joining 934,697. Okay, 108 people. Any more people? 108. Any more to join? 109. I'm giving another 15 seconds. Okay, 108, 7. Okay, we are starting now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll start. Okay, week 2 IoT senior quiz. The question number 1 for today is robots are dash entities. Electrical, electronic, mechanical, or electromechanical. I'm repeating over here. You have to answer quickly and the right answer, so you get more points. Even if you answer right and take a lot of time, your points will reduce. Okay, we have 3, 2, 1, and a lot of people did not answer. 40 people have chosen the right answer. Electromechanical. We'll see the dashboard, scoreboard. Akshay PM is first. Tausif, Bin Zafar, and Tabassum. Okay, next. Which engineering department is related to robotics? Electrical and electronics, mechanical, computer science, or all of the above? A lot of engineers might be over here. They will know it. I think all of the above should be the right answer. I don't know. Okay, so 4, 3. Okay, all of the above is the right answer. Akshay PM is holding his position. Saeed Ahmed and Ashraf has climbed. Okay, good. Number 3. Which is the main driving force behind IoT applications? Network, device, data, none of these. Be quick. I'm giving you 15 seconds. You have 5 more seconds left. Okay, almost every one of you has answered. Okay, so data is the right answer. A lot of you have got it wrong. Network, which of the main driving force? Akshay PM has gone down. Summer is the highest climber, 58 places. Wow. Ashraf has gone up. Next, I'm giving you only 10 seconds. Which of this is an IoT devices? Smartwatch, tracking device, ATM machine. Okay, I'll give you more than 10 seconds. So the first option is smartwatch, second is tracking device, third is ATM machine, fourth is digital workflow. Which of these is an IoT device? First one, smartwatch. Second, tracking device. Third, ATM machine. Fourth, digital wall clock. Okay. Due to complexity of the question, I'm giving you extra time. The first option is smartwatch. They've not mentioned one over there. Okay, all of the above. Lot of you have got it wrong. Next. Aisha Sayed has climbed up with a huge point difference between Ashraf and Aisha Sayed. Ashraf, you have to be quick in answering to maintain your position. Which of these are related to IoT? Machine learning, embedded systems, web development, or all of the above? Come on, you have 10 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Aisha Sayed, Ashraf, you're going down. You have to be quick in answering. Answering right is not the point over here. You have to be quick in answering. You get more points. 6 out of 10. Where is the robotic application of Python? Embedded programming, app development, ROS development, A and C. A and C in the sense embedded programming and ROS development. That is A and C. Okay. You have 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, A and C. Aisha Sayed holding her position. Ashraf, you're going down. You have gone down. Fahad, Atif, Mariam, and Anmol. Okay. The prize will be given to first 8 rankers. First 8 rankers can message me. First 5 will be given the prize. If anyone is disqualified, remaining 3 will be in queue. Question number 7. Where is the data from IoT? Data from device processed mostly on the device itself, at server, and on mobile. None of the above. Be quick. You have 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and skip. Okay, at server end is the right answer. A lot of you have got it wrong. Again. Oh, Aisha Sayed again. Oh, Mayam has climbed 5 places. Cool. Aisha Sayed, you have to answer quickly, okay? You have 3 more questions to hold to gain back your position. You have to be quick in answering. Mayam is very fast in answering, I guess. Which wireless medium is used in IoT applications? Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, LoRa, or all of the above? Come on, be quick. You have 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's see if Aisha has recovered her position. Oh, you're going down, Shahid. Oh, Mayam has given a wrong answer. I think she has gone way down. Akshay has come first. Akshay is cool from his gain back his position. Aisha, you have to gain back your position now. What is the hardware automation with internet called? Embedded automation, software automation, browser automation, or none of the above? You have 10 seconds remaining. What is hardware automation with internet called? Embedded, software, browser, or none of the above? You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and skip. Embedded automation. It's getting exciting over here. Oh, Akshay is here. Aisha has gone down. Mohamed Ashraf has climbed, taken back his position. Okay, Aftab, Sayyid Kausar, one more last question to go. True or false? Is mobile phone an example of IoT device? True or false? Very obvious answer. Be quick in answering. Which mobile phone are you talking about, brother Ilyas? Is it a smart mobile phone or is it a normal Nokia 3310 mobile phone?
Smartphone.
It's a smartphone.
Yeah.
It's a smartphone. Okay. True. Everyone has assumed it is a smartphone. Okay. No one has the traditional keypad phone nowadays. Okay. We'll see the podium. First 8 rankers message me. Okay. Sayyida Kausar, 3rd position. 6, 7, 8, 9. Mohammad Aftab. Oh, all new names. Where is Akshay and Ashraf? Who is this Akshay? Oh, okay, Akshay has gone down. Akshay, all the best for the next week. Oh, Akshay has got 5th position. He's winning. Mohammad Ashraf, Mohammad Aftab, Sayyid Kausar, Ashraf, and the other person, please text me. Okay, over to you, Nizar bhai. The quiz is over. Nizar bhai, are you there?
Yes, Jazakallah khair for the quiz.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, we've completed the 2 sessions of quiz. Uh, we look forward to see your questions for the Q&A session now. And we hope, Brother Ilyas, you're there?
Yes, brother. Yes, brother. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Yes, yes, sound and nice. So, those who are willing to have some questions, you can post your questions on the chat window that you have. Our trainer, Brother Ilyas, is ready to give you any answer related to the topic. So anything related to your quiz, anything related to the uh, assessment that was done for the quiz, you can ping a later time or through the group in which you can join. Now, with regards to the robotics and IoT, please share your questions, and we'll be able to help you with.
I have been weak in mathematics and algorithms. How to go ahead with machine learning? So that was asked by Inamdar. See, if you are weak in mathematics, see, machine learning, if you want to learn machine learning, there are two ways you can learn. One is you want to learn the algorithms, then you proceed with applying the algorithms. Second option is you don't need to learn the algorithms, how they work and all that. If you just want to apply the algorithms themselves, you can still go. Only if you want to learn the algorithms, how they work in the back end and all that, you may need to learn maths and all that. But if you want to just apply the algorithms and want to see the output alone, want to have the output alone, I don't think maths is much needed. Okay. See, when it comes to machine learning experts, there are two kinds. One is like those people who actually develop the algorithms. Okay, they work on the algorithms and they need max and all that. But there are other people who just apply the algorithms and see the output. Okay, and there are people who just find out what algorithms to be used for different application. So machine learning is not a single post. It is a multiple. You may have different jobs related to machine learning. You may be asked only to identify the algorithms. You may not be asked to apply the algorithms. So it depends. Max is not needed for everything. Even I'm weak in max, but still I use machine learning and doing stuff here.
Okay, the next question is machine learning done through Java, or can it be done with Java instead of Python?
Okay, I don't have much knowledge about Java, but yes, machine learning can be done with any programming language as of I know, because it's all about your coding coding expertise. If you are able to create any algorithm in the language, that is machine learning. Okay, so even with Java or Python or R or whatever the language is, if you are able to apply algorithms concept into coding, then there is machine learning. So any language can be used. AI, ML, are there any form in school curriculum? If not, whether any course available to school students? AI and ML, you don't straight away, use machine learning in school curriculum. They don't do that. But you start learning robotics. Once you start learning robotics, the advanced level of robotics will involve machine learning and AI stuffs. Okay, you'll be asked to even develop apps. App development will also come in the robotics part. So even in our curriculum, app development is there as a part of robotics curriculum. Also, you will be asked to use certain algorithms. Okay, the coding itself is some sort of AI only, lower level of AI part. So you don't have specially allocated AI ML courses, but you take into robotics, you will enter into AI and ML anyway. Is mobile phone a smart? Yes, it's an IoT device. See, You just take the definition of IoT device, you'll obviously find it out. You can have like three rules of IoT. One is it should have some embedded device inside it. Embedded device inside is some sort of a controller board inside, which should be able to take decision. That's the first condition. Second condition, it should be able to communicate over network. Okay, so basically mobile phones can communicate over internet, over Bluetooth. So basically you can connect with any other network. Third thing, it can take decision. Okay, it can process data. Okay, so all these things makes mobile phone a proper IoT device. I believe data science covers both ML, AI, and ML. Yeah, data science is there for data science is basic. You should start learning data science and then enter into ML and AI. Data science gives you the necessary knowledge for doing ML applications. You may not need so. It depends on how you use ML. So any other question?
Okay, we're waiting for people to give share your valuable questions. Okay, we're not
Skill sets for
ignoring your
freshers in
question.
IoT. Jyotsana, okay, so you're asking for skill sets for freshers in IoT. You should be able to program properly. You should have some basic programming knowledge, whatever it is, Python, C is okay. That's the first thing. Then basic electronics knowledge is a must. Okay, so those two things are enough to enter into any IoT field. Those three things, other electronics and programming together. Is data science course right option to begin with? Yes. If you want to start with ML AI, start with data science. That's a good starting point. How IoT is related to image processing? See, image processing needs so much of data to be processed in the device end as well as server end. Okay, there are two things you can do with image processing. One is processing the image in the server end or the device end. When you're doing that in the device end, there's not much IoT involved. But when you're processing the images in the server end, there's obviously IoT, internet is involved, and decision is being taken on the server end. So that's how IoT is related to image processing.
Is data science applying algorithms or creating algorithms? The question above
Data science basically covers the basic packages you need to do some math, and the other libraries you may deal with machine learning algorithms. So basically, it's not about creating algorithms. Even machine learning is not about creating algorithms. Machine learning, there are already algorithms available. You will be mostly applying those algorithms in a machine learning applications. So being an ECE gives an advantage if it's out. Yes, ECE gives you an advantage in the sense you get knowledge on electronics. Okay, first thing. Second, you also get knowledge of programming knowledge in a basic way. You even get knowledge about robotics there. So basically, I think ECE is like all around course, all around department. You can choose any field you want to and get enter into. Difference between smart device and IoT. IoT device can be smart. There's not much difference. IoT devices are smart. There's nothing like smart device and IoT device. IoT devices are smart. ECE don't have any role in AI. Of course, ECE students have roles in IA. It depends on what you do in AI. If you're using AI in robotics, obviously you are there. Even if you're doing, if you are being part of programming or in AI, even there you can be. How far AI
Okay,
have
another 3 more minutes to go for the people to put up your questions because we've already taken enough of time. Please push in your questions quickly. 3 more minutes to go.
how far AI have affected the present job opportunities? What time period can we expect to increase it? See, affected in the sense, what do you mean affected? Do you mean in a negative way or like positive way? How are you asking it? You mean do you mean to ask whether how we have AI have reduced the job opportunities or what? Or
Yes, that's what he is meaning in the present job opportunities.
okay, fine. So AI it has not taken
Replace
effect until now. It's not.
people's job through AI.
Yeah. See, people, yes, they lose jobs through AI, but you should keep in mind that is happening with any technology, not just AI, or even not even with robotics, not even with robots. Any new technology comes up, there will be job losses. But obviously, people will be learning new stuffs, and they will be moving to that. So AI it also creates new job roles. At the same time, old job roles will be left off. So old job people they may have to learn new stuffs and they may enter into some other new field. From SCADA to IoT, I don't have much knowledge about SCADA, but basically it's about this thing, right? Like use pneumatics and all that on SCADA, right? Uh, Basically you use on robotics, right? SCADA's thing. See, when you want to move to machine learning or IoT or robotics, the one advice I will give to everyone is you learn Python. Python is one simple thing, one common thing. It's connecting everything in the world, from web development to data science to machine learning to robotics to embedded systems to animation, whatever different fields you can name. Python is one thing which is basically connecting everything. So you learn Python, you can choose anything. So if you want to move from one field to another field, you better learn Python. Python has almost like more than 20-30 fields you can choose from. Minimum 10, I would say. Will AI affect IoT? AI is already AI. It won't affect IoT. It's actually enhancing IoT. AI is already there in IoT. AI and IoT they work together. Okay. Yeah, robotic vacuum machines. Yeah, they are there already. They are in the market. You can buy them. I'm triple student. How
Okay, we
can
are,
you? Yeah.
yeah. Jazakallah khair, Brother Ilyas, for giving us all valuable time and answers. We thank every one of you for participating and making this session a beneficial one for yourself and for people whom you are going to teach later. Alhamdulillah. Once again, we want you all, if you're interested, join through the group. You've already got the group link. So those who are interested to join the robotic group, you have a link where they build your own robo. So please join that group. If you're interested in joining so much of similar courses on digital literacy, you have another group. Please join that group as well. And you can get connected through your respective trainers. You can post your question there and he'll be able to guide you further. Jazakallah khair, all of you, for joining the session and making it a wonderful learning session for everyone. Alhamdulillah. And now we end this session. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah
Assalamu alaikum
khair.
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thanks, brother. Alhamdulillah. Thanks everyone for being a part of this. Happy to have you here. See you in another session, inshallah.
With the dua. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.